Hello and welcome to Broken Entertainment. Before I get started, I just want to say if you end up liking the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're not subscribed. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. So, I read this article on the original site it was posted to, and then I read it again on Cosmic Book News, and have kind of a mixed feeling about it. So, I've heard rumors previously that Robert Pattinson was really hard to work with on the set of the Batman, and now I'm hearing the opposite side of that Robert Pattinson is having a hard time with Matt Reeves because Matt Reeves is so hard to work with. And this is a movie that I'm really not sure about. I want to give Robert Pattinson a chance, so I haven't jumped to any kind of conclusions on him as either an actor or as Batman. I haven't seen anything he's in, but I've been told that he's a good actor. We'll see. I was concerned when he said he wasn't doing anything whatsoever to work out and get in shape for the role. I think that shows more than anything, it shows a lack of dedication to the role or a lack of care for the role. And I've also heard that from other older articles that he is working with Matt Reeves is easier than working with Robert Pattinson, put it that way. And this could be a whole lot of trouble for the movie. It could lead to a terrible movie for any number of reasons, or it could just not matter. There have been movies that have been good that had a lot of trouble on set and a lot of trouble in dealing with the actors, the directors, or what have you, but they worked out just fine. Usually, that's not the case. And what worries me is on top of that, this back and forth, the statement that he hasn't worked out for the role. I'm not saying the guy needs to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it's not hard to tell when an actor doesn't fit the bill. I think back to like Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton didn't get super jacked, but they hit it pretty well with the suit and everything. But what I've heard here is that it's really, really noticeable because he's so much smaller than his stunt doubles, whereas Michael Keaton is not a small dude. But, we'll see when the movie comes out. I'm interested in seeing it. Hopefully it's a good movie, but let's go ahead and get into the article a little bit in the part that I'm really worried about. So they're talking about the site this comes from was the Sun in the UK, and they're saying that Robert Pattinson has been pushed to his breaking point by Matt Reeves, who is said to be a control freak on set, requiring Pattinson to do upwards of 50 takes inside the bulky Batman suit, leaving him and the crew exhausted. The source for the site claims filming has been a grueling process, especially for Robert, as Matt is such a perfectionist. He'll insist on doing scenes over and over again and get bogged down in the tiny details. Sometimes it's like he doesn't know when to stop. Warner Brothers can't afford for the fan base to be disappointed, I agree with that, and have thrown $90 million at the film. That seems small for these movies, but that's not a bad thing. No one is denying that this is a high-stake production and that Matt is feeling the pressure to get it right. But Robert has had a tough time on these franchise movies before and hated Twilight by the time it wrapped, and the last thing anyone wants is for him to become jaded. So to me, if this article were on its own, I'd be less worried about it. It would just be an actor venting about a director they have trouble with, and maybe the director's a bit of a pain in the ass. But we have the other rumors talking about this from the other direction, in that Robert Pattinson doesn't want to put in the effort and is a pain in the butt to deal with on set. And we know that he doesn't want to put in the effort to get into shape physically. So it makes you wonder what other steps he's not bothering with. And it makes me wonder, okay, so they're complaining about he insists on doing scenes over and over again because of tiny details. What is Robert Pattinson considering a tiny detail? Is it the kind of stuff that Batman fans would notice and say, hey, this is a problem if it was done wrong? Or is it the kind of thing that's just like, okay, really, dude, why is this an issue? And unfortunately, we don't know. But with what we know for a fact from Pattinson, that he doesn't want to work out for the role, that he doesn't think it's necessary, makes it look like, to me, this is more Pattinson complaining because he actually has to do things and get it right. And I really hope that's not the case. We'll see when the movie comes out, I suppose. I will say that there being a back and forth and there being the other about these two not getting along, whatever is going on, they're not getting along. And usually, but not always, that's really bad news for a movie. And I think if they get this Batman movie wrong, it's going to cancel any future plans they have for it, and they're going to have to go back to the drawing board completely, which might be necessary. We'll see. Personally, I'd rather they just brought in Ben Affleck and did a Ben Affleck Batman movie and got it over with, because I don't see a reason to bring in another actor and have another actor do it and say, oh, we've got two different Batman, they're just from different settings. That seems unnecessarily convoluted, especially when you consider just average people going to see it are going to be like, why are there two? Which one is which one matters? And Ben Affleck, to me, was really good Batman. He's available. Supposedly, he's going to be in the Flash movie. He's done filming for the Snyder Cut. Just give the man a Batman movie. And finally, I'm ready for a Batman movie that's not about Batman's early days or Batman's first year or whatever. Those have been done. They've been done pretty well, and they've been done poorly. And I'm just kind of done with it. I also don't want to see his origin story again. Everybody knows it at this point. Come on. So, we'll see what we get. We know this is an early Batman story again. That doesn't preclude it from being good. So, ultimately, we'll see. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you did, and I will see you next time.